I'm Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm the Chief Medical Officer for WaKanna. I'm also one of the co-founders for this amazing company. And tonight we are going to really talk about eating and exercise, how to improve health and wellness during stay-at-home order with our new CBD coffee and our detox tea. And I am super excited to bring on our guest tonight. Our guest is someone who I met in 2016 or 2015, 2016. And her name is Dr. Tais Crawford. Dr. Tais Crawford is a board-certified family physician. She completed her medical school training at the University of Illinois here in Chicago. She completed her residency at Illinois Masonic and family practice and did a fellowship. So she went on to specialize in primary care sports medicine. And I'm telling you, this woman is a powerhouse. Not only is she my colleague, but she is my fitness partner as well. She started her fitness journey back in 2011. She started with her very first triathlon. Since then, she's completed 3 super sprint triathlons, 5 full marathons, that's 26.2 miles, 15 half marathons, 6 15Ks, 22 5Ks. I'm telling you folks, she walks the walk. She is a physician that truly takes health and wellness and a healthy, active lifestyle very seriously. So I want to bring her on. We're going to have a really fun discussion about healthy eating, about exercise, and really what does that mean during this stay-at-home order. So Dr. Tais, are you out there?
Hello, Dr. Rita. Yes, I am. How's everyone out there too?
We
And
are doing great. Thank you
yes,
for joining us.
thank you for having me. This is a pleasure. As you said, I love speaking and sharing about just wellness in general. Um, Ever since, like I said, was it 2011, wanted to do a triathlon, but what happened was I was running and was out of breath, less than a mile. So I said something had to be done. I also actually had chest pain. Yes, the doctor did have chest pain,
Oh
and
no.
got that analyzed and checked out, and found out the biggest thing was I was probably 20-30 pounds overweight. So that was my goal, to get the weight down and help improve blood pressure and just live a long, healthy life for me and my family.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no. So I'm excited to talk and share, because we are all in a different world now. This is our new normal. We have challenges with our new work schedule. Most of us are at home. A few of us are still considered as essential and working in the office, but it's still different. Most of us nationwide have changes in home and school with the children getting back. So that's the challenge that we're having. And that also is a challenge of our normal day of going out and eating at the restaurants and fellowshipping with friends and things like that. So that has drastically changed. And now we find ourselves mainly in the home, looking at the refrigerator, probably not eating the best that we're eating. So this is a great opportunity for us to kind of get our lives back in shape. We all talked about the 2020 vision. We weren't looking for this,
No,
but
we weren't.
but we still have time to change. And so one of the things we want to remember is to have some safety goals. So remembering we are cleaning and washing our hands the 20 seconds as often as we can. We're using at least 7% of the isopropyl alcohol to clean our hands. We're disinfecting areas. We want to remember to cover our cough, stay at home if we're sick, but if we happen to cough, make sure you're coughing in your elbow or in a tissue and immediately throw that out. And we also, this is the thing, we want to contain ourselves, yes, in our home, and only leave when, you know, there's essential activity or duties. And it's different throughout the nation. I think Chicago recently, I think we are extended to the end of April, but it's different throughout the local areas. So in addition to the safety goals, we want to look at our health, because we don't want to be, and hopefully summer, when all this is kind of over, hopefully, we don't want to be a little bit extra in the poundage area than we came in. So we want to still be able to maintain our goals, or even restart our goals, because, you know, we had our New Year's resolutions. We want to, you know, restart our goals. And it's important because during this time with the coronavirus, we want to boost our immune system and also stabilize our mental health. And the ways to do that is to get healthy eating and adequate exercise in. So wanted to just have us remember to eat healthy, to get our adequate exercise, to have a positive spirit and mind. And when we maintain our health and weight, we can also prevent or improve some chronic diseases, health conditions like diabetes, too high sugar, high blood pressure, hypertension, even asthma, even some of our mood disorders are improved if we maintain, you know, our health. And so the biggest thing we want to do is whatever we decide to do, we want to look at what we're putting in our mouth. And I always equate this to my patients sometime. You know, you get this nice new shiny car, you are going to put the best premium gas in there and wash that car as often as you can. So we want to think of our body as better than a car. So you want to put in the appropriate, you know, things and keep it maintained. And so, for instance, when we're talking about health, we all went out and got those cases of water. So we want to make sure we're drinking, you know, plenty of water. Our body is made up majority of water. And that also helps with our cells and to rebuild. And so most people are like, well, doc, how much water should I drink? And we typically say, you know, 8 glasses a day, but you also want to look at half your body of weight in ounces. So for instance, if you're 160 pounds, you want to do half that, it's just 60 ounces, and you do the little math. 8 ounces is a cup, so you're drinking about 10 cups a day of water or liquids, and you would drink more, of course, if you're doing some more exercise than normal too as well. And then you do want to look at where we're eating. So we're changing what we're eating. So when we do go outside and get those essential foods, we want to make sure that we're getting the proper nutrition in our diet. So for instance, while we're in home, we can kind of look up, it's called, if you can go to choosemyplate.gov. We used to think about the food pyramid, but now it's like a plate. So if you can imagine a dinner plate or a salad plate, you want to cut that plate in half, and half that plate is more vegetables and fruit to one side. And then a quarter, we would talk about the good fats, things like the omega 3, a little butter if you decide to do that, but mainly like the canola oils, olive oils, grapeseed oil. Those things will help out and have the omega-3 that we need to as well. And then the other quarter, you can consider protein or plant-based protein, usually like if you get a lean piece of meat, usually like the size of a deck of cards, so that's what you want to do. And we want to try to remember to get at least 3 to 5 servings of fruit and vegetables, not just in a day, but for each meal. So I'm talking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so those will how you get the nutrition that you need, in addition to, like I said, the proteins, either it be lean meat or plant-based. You want to get the good fats with the omega-3s to help build your brain and the cell walls that we have. And then we talk about carbs, and we want to look at vegetables too as well, because not every vegetable is treated the same. We have starchy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables. And if you go to the American Diabetes Association website, or you can just Google non-starchy vegetables, there are plenty of vegetables to choose to when you go out to the restaurant, to the grocery stores. And then you want to come back in, and this might be the time when you say, hey, I wanted to learn how to meal prep. So you and your family, since you're all in the house, you all can start meal prepping and discovering different vegetables and different meals. I mean, our family broke out our air fryer that I had stored for a whole year. So, it's time for us to kind of eat a little bit better with that. And then as far as those are people who do decide to drink alcohol, you want to remember to limit alcohol for women, maybe 1 glass a day. So that's no more than 7 glasses a week. So you still can have your wine time with your girlfriends. And then for gentlemen, we say no more than 2 a day. So that's 14 a week if you decide to drink the alcohol. But the biggest thing is getting more water in your diet as well. And then what has been most challenging, especially for me as a runner and a triathlon athlete, is the exercise part. So we have to find some creative ways to get that exercise in. And so now there are more opportunities to do YouTube. Some gyms have online availability to do different sessions. So you still want to try to get your similar program that you had before, or like I said, if you hadn't been exercising, this is the opportunity you can do. And it is recommended to do at least 150 minutes of a moderate exercise per week. And you can split that up. So you can do 35 times a day, 5 times a week, or just kind of split that up. And it can be as simple as getting a jump rope, or pretend to have a jump rope and jump rope with your family. You can do 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Get that cardio in, burn those calories. Also, you do want to add in strengthening, like once or twice a week. And basically, like I said, you don't have to go out and buy things. Those cases of water, gallons of water that we have can serve as the weights that you have missed at the gym for just light weights. And even you can get some resistant bands from online and get those delivered to you soon. But those are some ways to kind of continue exercise at home. And we also have to remember about stretching our muscles. So there are programs actually on your phones that you can do, yoga apps to get that in. So remember, you want to get 150 minutes of cardiac aerobic moderate exercise. And that's a walk. And you can walk in your house. We are allowed to go out a little bit with a little pace too as well, if you're just starting out. And then other benefits is trying to get some sleep, because we are so worried about what's going on. We might even have some close family members and friends and employees that have had the positive, been positive with the virus, and we're kind of, unfortunately, we have had some deaths with that. So we want to try to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day to help regenerate our bodies and quiet our minds. And one thing that also, you have those apps too that help out with meditation. But also the biggest thing is that we've kind of lost a lot of contact socially. I mean, we don't go out, we're missing people. So a lot of people have been doing the Zoom duo calls. They're still having girls' night in, where you're still socializing, because we still need that to help lift our spirits for the contact we have missed. If we've gone to the gym, you know, you're missing your friends, your school children, they are missing their friends too as well. So that is also a part of keeping us healthy as well. So I know I said a lot, and I hope I helped out and piqued given some solutions to our current challenge that we had. Dr. Rita, anything else?
Yes, I want to thank you so much. Great, great information. There are some questions that folks are putting in the queue, so you can put questions there. But I have a question. A lot of people ask me about these different diets. You know, should I be doing paleo or keto or intermittent fasting? And what are your views on all that? There's just so many things that you can do out there now as far as eating.
Yes, it is so many things to do, but the basic thing is to look at what you're putting in your body and make sure either you're burning off what you're eating, or, you know, consuming less. So there are some of the popular, like you said, the paleo diet that is more consistent with hunter-gathering, whole foods like lean proteins, nuts and seeds, and it's shown to have some short-term weight loss. And it also has helped with the weight loss and helped out with blood pressure, and therefore helped out with diabetes too as well. The plus is that you have, I guess, fewer carbs and more protein to build muscle, and less processed foods and sugars and things like that. With any of these diets, you got to look at your lifestyle too, because there's a vegan diet where there's no animal products because of either ethical, environment, or just general health reasons. But one of the side effects, well, not side effects, but one of the cautions is getting enough protein in the system too as well, as far as the vegan diet. But I know there's vegan that's been forever. There are some low carb diets that looks at the keto diet is one where you're basically pushing your body to use the fuel that's stored. So you're basically burning off fat, and that's help reducing your appetite and hunger. And that also, it's all about lifestyle, but it has shown to have some significant weight loss, but we just have to remember that it has to be long-term. And as far as the intermittent fasting, there are a couple of ways to do it, but one of the common ways is like when it means fasting. So you go fasting, only drinking liquids, probably just water, coffee, usually no cream. But the rest of the time, it allows your body to improve the use of what we call insulin. And that insulin sensitivity helps repair our cells, helps improve hormones that help with maintaining our hunger levels too as well. And it also helps with inflammation. But the biggest thing is if a person can maintain that for long term, because it does take some adjustment to go from, eating 1 to 2 to 3 on average meals to maybe eating 1 or 2 meals in a short 8-hour period. So that's a whole different conversation with all these different diets, but you just have to figure out what's best for you and your schedule, and maintain, basically burn what you consume.
Very good. Thank you for that. There's a lot of questions about all of those different diets that are out there. There's another question in the queue from Cindy. I think you answered this. Her question is, what does Dr. Crawford consider adequate exercise?
Yes, the U.S. Preventive Task Force says 150 minutes in a week. So however you divide that up, of a moderate exercise. So like I said, typically you want to have some rest days in between. So on average, a little bit more than 30 minutes, like 5 times a week. Or if you do an hour, then you can do that less, 3 days, and then in between have those days where you're using some weights to help build your muscles.
Perfect. So with this stay-at-home order, let's get really creative. Like Dr. Tais Crawford mentioned, you may not have dumbbells, you may not have resistant bands at home, but you've probably got lots of cans of soup or a gallon of water. You can use those as your weights. You can use your body as a weight. If you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend like you have one.
Right.
But the main thing is just getting active, and then making sure that you don't have Dr. Tyus, I've never seen so many people in the grocery store when this first started buy so much pop. I'm like, cases of pop.
Yes.
Please don't buy pop. You want to get water, and more water, because a lot of those juices have a lot of sugar in them. And so we want to stay away from all of those processed sugar. What about hula hoop? Oh gosh, that's one of my favorites.
That is great. Hula hoop, jump rope, all those games that we used to play are still great to do. And like I said, we can encourage the younger family members to get involved. I mean, even standing around and cooking a family meal is still moving around. Do some twister, that's still moving around.
Yeah, I just read that one of the families here in Flossmoor, in our area where we live, they converted their living room into a roller skating rink. So they moved all of the furniture out. They have hardwood floor, and every night they roller skate. So like you said, be creative, let's have fun. But I just want to thank you, Dr. Tyas. Is there an email or any contact information you want to leave before I continue on our presentation?
You can, I can tell you the Tais, Tais .c.thomas@gmail.com. And I'm also on Facebook as Tais, Tais Crawford.
So that email is tais.c.thomas@gmail.com.
Correct.
Right. And also she's a part of WaKanna Nation, so you can always look her up on our Facebook page. Well, thank you so much again.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
That was just really, really informative. I want to thank you again for joining. We're going to continue our presentation.
Yes, thank you.
About our new products here.
Yes, I'm excited to hear about the new products.
Yes, wonderful. Well, coming soon, like now, like hopefully in a couple of days, not too much longer, WaKanna is going to launch to the public our CBD detox tea and our CBD coffee. And I'm excited to share with you our R&D. We had a research and development phase where we had about 50 challengers that have already gone through my program. Yes, I do wear 2 hats. I am a health coach, fitness coach as well as a chief medical officer, truly that is my passion, really to help people to be and to get into the best shape and be the best version of themselves. So we're going to talk about our products. First, let's talk about WaKanna. WaKanna is the name of our company. These are the 4 co-founders of WaKanna. Our visionary, Melissa Boston, is our CEO. Our president is Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. Our senior VP of sales, Phyllis Nash, and myself, Chief Medical Officer. We launched WaKanna April 20th of 2019. And truly, truly, we are excited that each and every month we're launching new CBD products to really enhance the health, the wealth of our community. So let's talk a little bit about the plant. The cannabis plant contains over 85 or more cannabinoids. Those are compounds that the plant produces. Now, the 2 most common compounds that I want you to know is one is THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. That's the part of the plant that gives us the high, that gives us the euphoria, that maybe sometimes can give us the paranoia. And then we have the CBD, or the cannabidiol. That's a non-psychoactive part of the plant that gives us the medicinal properties without the high. So the 2 species that the plant makes, one is marijuana. Many of us have heard about marijuana. In fact, when you say the word cannabis, people immediately think about marijuana. But marijuana is just one species of the plant that does contain high levels of THC and trace amounts of CBD. But tonight we're going to focus on the hemp species of the plant. That's a part of the plant that contains trace amounts of THC, less than 0.3% of THC or less, and high levels of CBD, or cannabidiol. So we're talking about the species that gives us the health without the high. And it's really important that you understand that. In fact, these are the main cannabinoids that when we look at a full spectrum product that are combined in that product. But it's CBD, or cannabidiol, that you can see has a very, very long list of medicinal properties. You know, from being an analgesic, a pain reliever, to helping with inflammation. CBD helps with anxiety and stress and depression. It helps us with sleep if we have insomnia. It's an antibacterial. There are studies that show that it is a neuroprotective. So it helps in conditions like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, even folks who have had strokes. It's a vasorelaxant, so it helps to improve blood pressure. It helps with the skin, psoriasis, eczema, acne. It also helps to treat muscle spasms. Lots of studies are going on how CBD helps with multiple sclerosis. So just a long, long list of medicinal benefits that CBD and the other cannabinoids have as well. And the way CBD works is by a system called the endocannabinoid system. And what's great about this system is that every single person has an endocannabinoid system. Every mammal has an endocannabinoid system. And the whole role of this system, when we take in CBD, is to put our bodies back in balance. So if we have inflammation, it comes in and decreases inflammation. If we have anxiety, it comes in, improves anxiety. If we have a pain, it comes in and is a great analgesic pain reliever. If we have an autoimmune disease like lupus, fibromyalgia, inflammatory bowel disease, it comes in and regulates or downregulates that hyperimmune state that those autoimmune diseases have. So this system is made up of receptors, and these receptors are found in every single organ and gland in our body. They're found in our heart, our lungs, our kidneys, our liver, our pancreas, our skin, our teeth, our eyes, our reproductive organs, our uterus, our ovaries, our testicles, our bone marrow. Every single organ and gland is looking for CBD. And so that's why CBD can promote weight loss. There are studies that show that CBD has been shown to improve and to boost our metabolism, to reduce food intake. And the way it does that, again, are because of these receptors, these CB1 and CB2 receptors that we saw in the previous slide, are involved in the immune system. They're involved in the brain. They're involved in different organs and glands that regulate energy and metabolism. In fact, there are research studies that are mostly done on rats because CBD was just legalized in 2018. But there are studies that show when you give rats these CBD that they are able to lose weight. And specifically, they looked at other cannabinoids. They looked at CBG, they looked at CBN, but it's the CBD that had the significant reduction in food intake and boosting metabolism. So there's two types of fat that exist in your body. One type is called white fat, and the other type is called brown fat. Well, CBD is shown to promote browning of the fat cells. So the white fat is the predominant form. It's responsible for storing and supplying energy, also while it's insulating and cushioning your organs. The white fat is also the type of fat that's associated with chronic illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, obesity when it accumulates in excess. The other type of fat is brown fat. That's the type that is responsible for generating heat, burning calories. So this is the fat that more healthy weight people tend to have more than overweight people. So CBD is able to convert white fat to brown fat, along with some things that we talked about that you can do to help with that. That is exercising. That is getting adequate sleep. Don't underestimate that sleep. Sleep is important because when you don't get enough sleep, it will then cause some hormones in the brain, ghrelin and leptin, to become out of balance and cause you to start craving food. I don't know if you've noticed when you're sleep deprived, you're hungrier, right? When you're stressed, many times you're hungrier. Also, white fat can be turned into brown fat by exposing yourself to cold temperatures. I do know that that's one of the reasons I'm in a program right now. They make us drink cold water. That cold temperature also helps to promote weight loss. So CBD has been found to lead to browning of the fat cells, which causes better weight loss. It also helps to reduce your appetite. Many times when you think about cannabis, you think about marijuana, and you're like, well, that causes the munchies. Well, we're not speaking or talking about marijuana, but we're talking about CBD extracted from hemp. So CBD, again, influences that CB1 and CB2 to help reduce the appetite, helps to reduce cravings, helps to increase your metabolism, and overall, when that happens, it reduces the risk of metabolic disorders. It reduces the risk of diabetes, obesity, and hypertension. We do know that chronic illnesses have a common denominator of inflammation. We have inflammation around the beta cells of the pancreas, diabetes. We have inflammation around the blood vessels, hypertension. So CBD is a powerful anti-inflammatory as well as an antioxidant. So all of these things working together promote weight loss. So let's talk about our products now, and then we're going to talk about our program. And then after we talk about our program, I'm going to bring up two of our biggest losers. Yes, you're going to hear from two of the biggest losers that we had on our program. So detoxification is important. Our Detox Tea will address detoxification. That's a metabolic process by which we're getting the toxins excreted from our body. Now, toxins can come from so many things, right? From the air we're breathing, the food we're eating, the water we're drinking, and even negative thoughts, right? Negative people, toxic people can cause a problem to our body. So it's important to detox. Now, when we started our program, I warned our challengers, and you'll hear from two of them, that when you start the process of detoxing, it can be uncomfortable, especially sugar, right? It is the worst feeling: fatigue, headache, you're nauseated, you're constipated, you're irritable. But this detox tea takes you through a very comfortable process where you don't have all of those bad effects. So our WaKanna CBD tea is an organic tea. The ingredients include matcha tea, ginger extract, green tea extract, Garcinia Cambogia, and papaya extract. I'm going to go through these ingredients and really explain how they help you lose weight. Now, with this tea, it's important that you understand that you have to add our water-soluble CBD each time you drink that tea. That tea can be taken hot or cold. Now, matcha tea is known to boost your immunity. It helps to control stress, and it also assists in weight loss. Matcha works as a fat blocker. It does contain a compound called epigallocatechin gallate that has been shown to boost your metabolism and stop the fat cells, the growth of fat cells. Another ingredient is melva leaves. Melva leaves gives our tea that nice green, tasty salad green taste. It's also been shown to improve and to smooth membranes in the digestive system. It helps to be a very mild diuretic. Melva leaves softens the skin. It's also been shown to increase milk flow in nursing moms and is a mild laxative. And that's what I love about the tea. It's very mild. It's not very explosive like you'll see in a lot of products when you're detoxing. So melva leaves trees, melva leaf teas are also used in the treatment of renal disorders, those who retain a lot of fluid, frequent thirst, and diarrhea. It's also been used to treat stomach aches, gastroenteritis, irritable bowel, and conditions of the spleen. So you'll see a lot of these ingredients, which are all organic, do address additional concerns. Ginger. Ginger helps to burn calories through exercise and can increase your metabolism. Ginger also stimulates digestion. It decreases inflammation and suppresses your appetite. So you'll see that when you take a lot of these products, you'll start to notice, hey, my knees don't hurt as much. My back doesn't hurt as much, because these products are also, ingredients are also decreasing inflammation. Medical literature also indicates that ginger can work along with a healthy diet and exercise to help reach a healthy weight. Green tea extract, again, helps with weight loss. Green tea extract contains a rich amount of catechins, which are good and contain antioxidants, small amount of caffeine, and overall they help to boost your metabolism. So they help to burn calories, which can lead to weight loss. Garcinia Cambogia. Many of you have probably taken Garcinia Cambogia supplements in the past. We know that Garcinia Cambogia suppresses our appetite. It blocks fat production, helps to reduce belly fat, and it also improves total cholesterol. So it helps to decrease the bad cholesterol. It can help to increase the good cholesterol. And overall, it is helping to improve those who want to lose weight as well as improve their cholesterol. Papaya extract is another ingredient in our detox tea. It also contains an enzyme, papain, which is producing antioxidants. It's also a diuretic, and it's very, very rich in fiber. So it helps to really help you lose weight by minimal calories. So papaya extract. So let's move into our WaKanna CBD coffee. Our CBD coffee already contains 5 milligrams of the full spectrum water soluble CBD. So if you're on the webinar, you're interested in the coffee, you have random drug screens at your job, you're going to want to use our tea instead, because our coffee does include that 0.3% or less of THC. The ingredients in our coffee include green coffee bean, Garcinia Cambogia, white kidney bean, green tea extract, and lion's mane. We'll go over the ones that we didn't go over before. But green coffee bean is an extract that contains caffeine. It is a stimulant, which is linked to weight loss, but it also boosts high levels of chlorogenic acid, polyphenol, which is an antioxidant, which helps to promote weight loss. It also helps to reduce the absorption of fat and glucose in the gut, which lowers insulin levels and improves overall metabolic function, especially in those who are diabetics. We've already gone over Garcinia Cambogia. White kidney bean. It's a supplement that contains extracts made from white kidney beans. It promotes weight loss because it's thought to act as a starch blocker. So it inhibits starch digesting enzymes, which otherwise turns to starch when you eat, so that it's able to decrease that absorbable sugar. So white kidney bean. We've already gone over green tea extract, which is also an ingredient in our coffee. And lion's mane. I don't know if many of you've heard of lion's mane, but lion's mane has the ability to increase fat metabolism. It helps to promote weight loss. It also has the ability to reduce anxiety and stress, because you know many of us that are under a lot of anxiety and stress can have an increase in the food that we're taking in. So it helps to reduce anxiety and stress, which has a positive effect on weight loss because it can cause overeating. That's our lion's mane. So let's talk about our program. We had a 4-week program. It was in a research and development phase where we took 50 challengers. 25 of the challengers had the coffee and 25 had our tea. We asked each of the challengers to do before pictures, and that was really important, right? Because we always know that there are some non-scale victories, right? The scale doesn't always tell. We want to look at inches as well. So each challenger had to do their before pictures. And we also had weekly weigh-ins. Every week we did weigh-ins. Our program ran from February the 3rd until March the 3rd. It was a 4-week program, and every Sunday or every Monday, I required to see what we called feet. So we would say, I want to see your feet. And that meant that your feet was on the scale, your name was there, the starting date was there, and your starting weight was there. I also provided a very generic home workout plan. A lot of the challengers, because we didn't have that stay-at-home order, a lot of the challengers went to their local gym and worked out. Some of the challengers stayed at home and worked out. Some of the challengers went outside and did walks. They rode bikes. A lot of them did Zumba. Some of them did yoga. We had a lot of fun. The diet, well, the diets were kind of everywhere. We had some vegans that are in our program, vegetarians. We had some that did intermittent fasting. We had some that were following a keto plan. We had some that were following a paleo plan. But I did recommend a very conservative 1,500 to 1,800, 2,000 calorie max for the men diet that they could follow. So this was an option for some of the challengers. So what did it look like after our 4-week plan? Well, let's give you some numbers. They're pretty impressive numbers before we bring up our 2 biggest losers. Well, we started out, our total weigh-in was 6,579 pounds, right? when we took all the challengers together. Our average weight, the average weight of our challengers was 227 pounds. At the end of our 4 weeks, out of the 50 challengers, we had 30 folks that stayed in the game. They stayed strong. Those were our gladiators, right? Our average weight loss in 4 weeks was 7 pounds, and that's pretty significant. Our total weight loss cumulatively out of the 30 challengers that were left was 206 pounds. So you can see here is a graph. I did remove the challengers' weights to protect their privacy, but we did very, very well. Total weight loss over the 4 weeks and all the challengers was 206 pounds. The average weight loss was 7 pounds. Our biggest losers, you're going to hear from them. We're going to bring on Karen Mason first. She lost 14 pounds in the 4-week weight loss, and then we'll bring on Minister Willie Mooney. I believe he lost 13 pounds in the 4 weeks. So we just want to hear from them, get their testimony on how they did and some of the things that they learned and where we're going from there. So first, I'm going to unmute Karen. I'm going to find you, Karen, our biggest loser on the female side. And Karen, are you unmuted?
I am, Dr. Rita. Can you hear me?
I can hear me loud and clear.
Good evening. Hi, Dr. Rita, coach, because she was just a wonderful coach to all of us. So good evening, WaKanna Nation. And I just truly was amazed. When Dr. Rita gave us the plan, I was nervous, but I followed the plan through and through. And the biggest thing for me, I had the tea, and taking the tea, watching what I eat with the plan that Dr. Rita had given us. It was not easy at first, but you get used to it. And I'm just happy to say I'm continuing taking the tea as well as the lifestyle change that I have. So Dr. Rita, thank you so much. And thank you to all the participants of the challenge, because we were all in this together. So I just want to say thanks.
So
it does work.
Karen, tell me
Yes.
how many times a day you drank the tea. Tell me what exercises you did. Give me a little bit more.
Sure. Well, I know one of the tasks was for us to drink a gallon of water. I still haven't yet. I've come close, drinking 100 ounces. Not every day. I try to between 64 and 90. And the exercise I've done walk stairs in my home. So I would get up literally for 15 minutes and walking up and down the stairs. And I have steep stairs level in my house. So I would make sure whenever I was going out before the shelter in place order, if I went shop to the back so I could walk, do a lot of walking. And just also to really positive thoughts during this process, because I knew in my heart, it took me a long time to gain the weight. It was going to take me time to lose the weight. So I just really came in and focused and listened to these steps. So that really helped me, along with, as I said, the challenge. And also didn't know that you could at least cheat a little bit. I didn't really do that towards the end, but lifestyle change, eating oatmeal. I hadn't had oatmeal since I was a young girl. To really welcome oatmeal in my diet again. Learning how to cook vegetables and making them taste well, even with some of our products that we have with the seasoning. Has helped. And as I said, in our in our weight loss program, we've had accountability. I had a wonderful accountability partner in Leore. So that has helped. That was helping with my weight loss as well. So I'm just really proud. And I just said, you know, as my late father would take it 1 pound at a time, not look at it as, okay, how many pounds I need to lose, but just take it one.
Thank you, Karen. You are going in and out, but we heard a very good portion of it. You were still going in and out. Thank you. Congratulations. You were down 14 pounds. I think you're down 25 pounds now.
I'm down 19 pounds now.
You're down 19 pounds. Congratulations. So I'm going to bring on the other biggest loser. That's Minister Mooney. Minister Mooney was on the coffee, CBD coffee. So you heard about the CBD tea testimony. Minister Mooney is down 13 pounds, I think. Are you out there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. How are you?
I am doing great.
Well, I will say this. It was trying at the beginning because, I mean, oh my God, I was experiencing so many areas of resistance. I mean, what I noticed with the detoxing from the very beginning is that my body started to not want to detox from the sugar, from the salt. It was horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
I mean, my face started breaking out. Oh my God. Irritable. Now, it was just a total resistance. The other part was that I would say I want to mention all my struggles first because I guess it'll make sense in the end.
Okay.
So the other part was the food, you know, drinking a gallon of water. That was hard, but I eventually built up. And funny part was that I tried drinking a whole gallon in the first week. And I found myself, most of my working out was running to the bathroom. And I tell y'all, I do Uber occasionally, and it's not fun. Trying to get into McDonald's and running in there asking for a passcode. But anyway, but it was that detoxing stage. And I guess with the lion's mane, the coffee, my body really was just reacting. I was getting rid of the toxins. So that showed through my skin. But what the amazing part was I started to actually, without even working out, and I'm used to working out, but I didn't have the time to work out. So through the detoxing and through the clean eating that you gave us, because I did go straight protein, you told us 6 ounces of protein, 2 vegetables, a man can get 2 cups of total vegetables. Man, my body started dropping away. And most people would probably look at me as like, you don't have any weight to lose, which is why I put my picture up on Facebook, because I was literally hiding being pregnant with a baby mammal, literally. So what I noticed in the first week and a half, the pounds in my midsection started dropping. And then my face, I saw it all in my face. So by the time I actually completed the challenge, the scales towards the end started moving down slowly. But I tell you all, it was not through working out. I just could not develop that workout schedule. So I didn't beat up I think the working out would have catapulted my results, you know, building more lean muscle. I just didn't have the time. But what was really amazing, and I guess it's testimony for anybody who says, you know what, I want to give it a try, is the detoxing, the clean eating, and that formula alone. And they say that 80% of it is what you eat.
Right.
But that formula alone, by the time the end came and we had our grand opening, man, my suit felt different. My face looked different, and I felt like $1,000,000, literally. So
Wow.
it was hard in the beginning, but towards the end of the 4 weeks, and I'm still going now, so I can't wait to actually show my results. Because right now, what's sitting on Facebook is a dude with a big gut and love handles looking like Snoopy. So the accountability of just putting that out there and then having a group of amazing people. Dr. Rita, Coach Rita, I call her as well. She was no punk. You guys hear the nice voice now? I'll tell you, on the other side, her accountability as being an accountability coach is amazing. So I praise God for you. I love the results. I love the company. I love the coffee. And I'm looking forward to what's to come in the future.
Well, thank you, Minister Mooney. Great, great, great job. Again, I want to thank all of our challengers for sticking in there. You guys were amazing. If you are a guest on the line tonight, what we want you to do is contact the person that invited you, because we want to get not only our coffee and tea to you, but our other products, our spices, our butter, our tinctures, our water solubles, our gummies. We have such an amazing company with amazing products that work. But truly, if you want to be a part of this weight management group, we're going to continue this group. We're going to be adding people to this group so that you can be the best version of yourself that you want to be. And like both of our biggest losers stated, there's so much more than just the weight loss. They learned how to meal prep. Some of these challengers had never ever meal prepped ever. Meal prepping not only is more healthier, but it saves you a ton of money. And right now with the stay-at-home order, you have no other option really to meal prep. Learning about the importance of drinking water, getting that water in. Lots of folks struggle with it. It's not something that happens overnight, but so necessary. Getting active. There were people that hadn't been active in years and years. And just the overall confidence level that occurs during this journey, during this process. Seeing inches coming off, seeing non-scale victories like the ability to walk upstairs more, have more energy, sleeping better. So contact the person that invited you on the line. We're excited. We're going to be rolling these products out very, very soon. They'll be on the website, but let the person that invited you know which product you want so that when we're ready to fill your order, we can get it shipped out. You can be a part of our weight loss management group. And we want to just invite you to, again, all of our other calls that we have going on this week so that you can see all of our other products as well. Thank you again. Have a great evening. Contact the person that invited you on the call, and we'll see you next Wednesday.